Good morning, students. Welcome all to the chemistry session. So, after a long gap, we are discussing again the chemistry topics. The last class we discussed is a topic which is nothing but the dilution of acids and bases. Dilution of acids and bases is the last topic which we discuss. So means what happens if you add water to a acid? What happens if you add water to a base? That is a question. So now let us proceed with the next topic in this chapter. The next topic in this chapter is measurement of strength of acid and bases. Okay, what is this topic includes? What is actually this one? In our daily life we come across many acids like citric acid from lemon, tartaric acid from tamarind, okay, oxalic acid from guava. We have many, all are acids only. In this one, which is stronger acid, which is weaker acid, we can't say directly. There should be some parameters to say this acid is strong, this acid is weak. Similarly, some bases also we are using in our daily life. Maybe washing soda, baking soda. Okay, this in this one, which is strong base, which is weak base. If you want to say, there should be some parameter to measure, say this word. So the strength of the acid or strength of the bases can be measured by using the term here we use is a pH. Okay, the main parameter which is used for measuring the strength of acid or base is the pH here. This concept, pH concept, okay, is being given by scientist Sorensen. It is being given by scientist Sorensen. So in this one, Sorensen he has done the work on the number of acids and bases, and he has given a summarize for us. So first let us know what is this pH. In this pH term, the first term P stands for the potence. P indicates potence. Okay, what is the potence? Potence is actually a German word. Okay, it's a German word. The meaning of potence is nothing but the concentration. Potence is nothing but what happened? Concentration. This H, capital H indicates the concentration of H indicates the hydrogen ion. Hydrogen ion means the meaning of the pH indicates concentration of hydrogen ions. Means the strength of the substance, any material can be decided based on the concentration of the hydrogen ions present in that substance. Okay, so according to this one, this is a mathematical formula. Okay, he has done a mathematical formula is there. So according to this one, the pH is given as the minus log of H plus ion. This is a formula to calculate pH value for any substance. So always make sure when you are writing pH, don't write capital P, capital H. We should write as the small p. This is wrong. We should write small p, capital H. Okay, that's the represent. So in this case, pH is equal to minus. Minus means negative. Negative logarithm of, here we have this one in the square bracket. In the chemistry, square bracket indicates concentration. The concentration is symbolically represented by square bracket. Which concentration? Which as you are taking? H plus ion. That's why if you want to write the definition, what is H? What is called as a pH means negative logarithm of H plus ion is called as a pH. So depending on the solution what we are taking, okay, depending on the acid, whatever the acid we are taking, okay, how much concentration it is having, automatically we will get the pH one. So normally, generally when they calculated this one, the pH range totally or different samples, pH range is from 0 to 14. 0 to 14. The pH, after substituting this one, the pH of all the different samples was found to be 0 to 14. So coming to here, how did they done? I'll give one example to you. So how this formula will help us in calculating pH. Suppose I will take the lemon juice. Okay, the lemon juice normally it contains the lemon juice is nothing but what it contains acid is called as citric acid. The lemon juice concentration of lemon juice is normally it is given as normally 10 to the power of 2. It is given as 10 to the power of 2 is a concentration of citric acid. 10 to the power of minus 2. 10 to the power of minus 2 is the concentration of the citric acid is there. Now, what is the concentration? The H plus ion concentration in the citric acid. And you can ask me a question, sir, how do you know citric acid concentration is 10 to the power of S? Means in your higher education you learn the topics. Okay, what is concentration? How will be the concentration is calculated? You know. But time being you can just only remember the concentration of citric acid. If it is 10 to the power of minus 2 molarity, if it is there, now let us calculate what will be the pH of this acid. So according to our formula, pH is given as minus log of H plus ion. This is a formula. So now in place of H plus, what is the concentration? This one you substitute is equal to minus log of H plus. So what is the value? 10 to the power of minus 2. 10 to the power of minus 2 is there. Okay. When you have this one, when you simplify this one, in our maths we have one term, log of a to the power of x. If you have the term log of a to the power of x, you see log 10 to the power of something is there. If you want to simplify, this can be written as what happened? X come to front. So it will become x of x into log a value. Log a. This is a normal this is a mathematical formula you come across in the maths. So same by using the maths, I will try to write this one. I will try to write here. So when you write in this case of here, so the pH will become equal to this minus 2 whatever may be, it comes forward. Okay. It comes forward, so it becomes minus. When it comes, already is there. Minus and minus, you will get plus. So total it will become 2 into log 10. 2 into log 10 become. And log 10 value, this log 10 value will be equal to 1. It is what happened? Log 10 value is predefined. It will be the 1. You can also check in your calculator also. Log 10 value is 1. Therefore, what happened? pH is equal to 2 into 1. Total what happened? You are getting the value of 2. So means whenever we know the concentration of H plus ions is something is given, by making use of this formula pH is equal to so and so formula, automatically we can find the pH value of that solution. So Sorensen also has done the work, great work on all the different types of solution and noted the values. So after noting all the values, he totally formed one term called as a pH scale. Okay, different samples are having the different types of values. So when we have here, we come across a word called as pH scale. So first you have to get one clarity. Why should we give priority to pH? Why should we give priority to pH? Is the first one. The pH value, whenever we know the pH value of any substance, we can able to identify the substance is acid or base or it is a neutral. That the clarity we can get based on the pH value. So how can we get that one means in the case of for the case of the acids, okay, in the case of acids, normally the concentration of H plus ion will be greater than the concentration of OH minus ion. If you want to say acid, acids always contain which ion? H plus. Bases will contain which ion? OH minus. Okay, concentration of H plus ion will be greater than concentration of OH minus. Okay, if it is that one only, that though the substance act as a nature is acidic nature. And for that one, normally the pH values of this one will be equal to, and the pH value of this one will be less than 7. The pH value of any acid which is having this condition will be less than 7. And for bases, normally if you want to say bases contain which ion? OH minus ion. So that's why the concentration of OH minus ion will be greater than concentration of H plus ions. Okay, bases will contain which OH minus. OH minus ion should be greater than H plus. In such situation, when you find out the pH value according to this one will be greater than 7. The pH value for the bases will be always greater than 7. And the third one is for neutral solution. For neutral substance, there are some substances which are neither acids, which are neither bases. So how can we say it is neutral means for any neutral solution, in that one the concentration of H plus ion will be, if it is equal to concentration of OH minus ion. H plus ion is equal to OH minus ion, then it is called as neutral. For that situation, if you calculate the pH value, the pH value will be equal to 7. Okay, so that's why we say that the acids will contain the pH value less than 7, bases will contain pH value greater than 7, and the neutral solutions will have equal to pH equal to 7. So the summarizing of all the values, okay, Sorensen has, after doing the pH value calculations for all the solutions, he summarized and he put together in a form of a scale. Normally we say now the scale is used for normally measuring. Okay, for measuring the values we use. Similarly, he also designed a pH scale, a measuring unit. Okay, that's a measuring of the strength of measuring, which we have to measuring of the strength of acids, bases are being decided based on the what we can call as a pH scale. So when you go for here pH scale, I will say here the total pH scale will contain 14 units. The total pH scale contains 14 units in this. Okay, let's have this one pH scale. It starts from 14 units is there. So it will have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 units is there. Okay, for still better clarity, I'm writing once again. Still for better clarity, I'm writing 14 units are there. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So what is this? It's not like learning a new, numbers, etc. Total, as we are saying, the substances are divided into three types: acids, bases, and neutral. And the strength total is being given based on the pH values. Okay, and the scale shows that any substance, if it is having the value of pH is equal to 7. What is this 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. These all are pH values. Okay, for any solution, if you are getting the pH value is equal to 7, that substance is neutral substance. That substance is neutral in nature. Means it is not neither acid, it is not neither base. It's a neutral. The best example is our pure water. The water which we use in our chemistry laboratories, what we can call as deionized water, we say. It's pure, it is neither acid, it is neither base. Okay, in that one, it's have the pH value is equal to 7. pH value is 7 and neutral. And any solutions, if it is having the value less than 7, any solution having less than 7, these are automatically they are called as what you can say acids, which are having less than 7. Up to how much means you can write as 6.99. Up to say 0 to 6.9 you can say. Okay, because 7 is neutral. So 0 to 6.9 etc. is the acids, NaS1. And which are greater than 7. Which are greater than 7 means 7.1 to 14. This all comes under the which are having the base of this one. They comes under the which nature? Basic nature. Okay. So by seeing the pH, by seeing this scale, we can differentiate three types of substances. Which are having 7, they are neutral. Which are having 7, they are neutral. If it is less than 7 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 point and up to here it is there. Those all comes under which one? Those all called as acids. And if it is having the value greater than 7, starting from 7.1 to and 14, this comes under which one? Bases. Okay. And we are having many acids. As I was saying, the main intention of learning today's topic is to decide which is strong acid, which is weak acid, which is strong base, which is weak base. That we need to find out. Okay. So how can we know? Means here the point which is helpful for us identify is this pH values. So this pH we can we can check outside in the form of a paper, pH paper. I'll show you the pH paper to you. I'll show the pH paper. This is one pH paper. Okay, it will be available to you in the form of the folded sheet like this. This is a one pH paper, a light yellowish or we can say cream color paper will be there. So what happens is that this paper, you take it and you try to dip in any substance. You try to dip in any substance, means which you want. Suppose it may be your water, the water which you are drinking, or it may be saliva, it may be milk, it may be tomato juice, any this one you dip. As soon as you dip this pH paper in that one, automatically we observe based on the strength, how many H plus ions are there in that one, based on the strength, the color of the pH paper will change. Initially it was in the case of this one now, so the color it was there, it will change its color. So here totally the pH scale you are having 14 values are there. So there are 14 colors will be exhibited. 14 colors, not on a single paper. There will be 14. In the next session, I will show the full colorful chart. In the meantime, you can also see in the Google just pH colors. We can say pH scale colors. If you type, automatically show the total colors. 14 colors will be there. So in that one, what is that? Suppose if you are dipping, as we are saying, it is a color is a light yellowish color. If you dip in a paper, if you get a thing of red color, okay, something is there. It indicates on the pH strips only. When you purchase the pH papers, on the box of that will indicate which color indicates which pH. Okay, which color indicates which range of pH. Suppose if it is as soon as it is showing the red color like this. It turns to the red color like this. It is turning to. Okay. So if your paper after dipping in something, it is turning to reddish color. If you are getting, so indicates it normally reddish color. Dark red indicates normally this pH. The dark red indicates you will get a pH of 0 to 1. Then 1 to 2, little bit light pH, light red. Okay. Next 3 to 4, little bit orange. 4 to 5, orangish yellow. Okay. 5 to 6, yellow. Like this, you will get different types of colors will be there. So based on the color, automatically say, this is the, if it is dark red, I am saying dark red is having the range of 0 to 1. So automatically identify the pH of the given sample is, it is we got dark red. So the dark red indicates it is automatically in the range of 0 to 1 is there. Next, I'll give one more thing is a purple. We are getting if you get dark purple color, if you are getting, it is showing the ranges of 13 to 14. So don't worry children, I'll show you all the colors in the next session. Okay, just one new students like you will be embracing. Sir, how can we identify this all the pH means? We are using the pH papers. We are using the pH papers to identify all the pH of all the substances. Okay, your seniors has done the activity. Of course, it is there in the textbook also. So they have done the what happened 15 samples there too. 15 samples when you purchase these pH papers in the bookstalls. Okay, bookstall. Now children, now don't go outside and don't expose to corona condition. Any time if you go to bookstall, you can ask them to give the pH papers. Like this, it will be strips will be there. Folded strips will be there. Okay. In the strip, almost 15 to 20 papers will be there. One strip you have to take. Okay, one strip like this. Actually, with me it is a combo paper is there. So like this, you can have a paper will be there. Like this, you can take and you dip in any of the sample. So as soon as you dip, what color you are getting? Based on the cover on the box of the pH box, they will mention which color indicates which pH. So based on that one, you can identify. Okay, if the values are less than 7, it is acid. If the values are greater than 7, these are base. If the value is pH is 7, it indicates neutral. Okay, question comes is, now I want to say acid, bases, neutral is okay. I want to find which is more strong acid, which is more stronger, which is weak acid, along with which is more stronger base, which is weak base. I want to identify. In the situation, what happened? The scale says that as we move from 7 to, as we move towards this side, as we move toward the left hand side. Okay, means as the value is decreasing, 7, 6, 5, 4, like this you are decreasing. What happens is that the hydrogen, the acidic strength increases. The acidic strength increases as we move from the 7 to towards the left side. 7 acidic strength increase means, so if you are having numerical mathematical values 0, 1 values are less, but here the pH value, what is there? The pH value is inversely proportional to acidic strength. Means lesser is the pH value. If you have a lesser is the pH value, greater will be the acidic strength. More is the lesser is. Here you say 1. If I say, okay, it is. If I give samples to you. One is having the 6, other is having pH, other is having the pH value 1. Both are having values less than 7. Both are acids only. But in that one, if you want to say which is strong acid and if you want to say which is weak acid, if you want to say which is strong acid and which is weak base acid, only to say that less value, whichever is having the less pH value, that will have more strength. Okay, that is, you can say it's a concentrated. So now one value is normally is less, pH value is less. If pH value is less, acidic strength is more. Means this will be stronger compared to that of the this one. Okay, and when you go for the bases, when the bases from 7 to this side, as you move from 7 towards the 14, okay, the basic strength, any substance which is having pH greater than 7 are bases. Okay, if it is having from 7 towards, as you move towards the 14, the basic strength increases. The basic strength increases from 7 to 14. In this case, what we can say, pH will be directly proportional to basic strength. pH value is directly proportional to basic strength. Means if you have the more value, suppose if I am giving two samples to you, okay, I say that pH of one sample is 8, 9 and another pH sample is 13 if I say, which both are having the values greater than 7. Any substance if it is having value pH value greater than 7, those are bases. Those are bases. So in that one, which is strong, which is a weak base, if you want to say, rule is more is the pH value, more will be the base strength. pH is proportionally. Here you see it is inversely. Okay, how much less will be the pH value, that much strong is the acid. But here, how much more is the pH value, that much strong is the bases. So don't get yourself confused, children. Acids are different, bases are different. So for the basic strength, pH value will be more is the pH value, more will be strength. So among this 9 and 13, numerically which will be more value means 13. So this will have more basic strength compared to that of the this one. So that's why we say the pH of the strength of acid, strong acid, weak acid is decided based on the scale. And let me give, you can also try, children. Last year your seniors has done the subject enrichment activity by taking the pH samples and collecting the different. So let me give the few samples, pH values of few of the samples which we are using in our surroundings. Let me say it. Even though we come across in our daily life, but we don't know whether it is we don't know whether it is acid or base or we don't know. So according to this one, this is a neutral in nature. So coming to the one, let's have the example. Few examples I will give, mostly which is useful for our daily life. So okay, normally blood. If you take blood, human blood, normally we know the human blood is acid, is a base, is a neutral. Okay, a normal human blood, a healthy person human blood we say. Okay, the human blood pH is 7.4. 7.4, you see 7 is neutral, 0.4 means greater than 7. Greater than 7 means what type of nature it is? Base. Okay, but what we call mild base. Mild base means what? Less basic in nature. If it is having more pH value, it is strong base. Here it is 7.4. It's a mild base. Okay, that is the one we can say. Next one, if you have saliva, the saliva present in our mouth. Okay, the saliva present in our mouth. The saliva will have the different type of what we can say. It will be having the value of 6.4 to 6.4 to 6.8. Okay, it will be from 6.4. Our tongue saliva will contain 6.4 to 6.8. Okay, if it is pH value is not in this range, automatically indicates the person is unhealthy. In the case of it is unhealthy. Okay. Next one, normally in the case of the pH of the urine will be from 4.8 to 7.5. 4.8 to 7.5. So normally what happen when you have the health issues, when you go for the medical checkup etc., sometimes they go for the urinary examinations, so they will check the pH also. So means what normally the pH range should be like this. Okay, normally if it is 4 point means 4 point is also acid only. If it is still less than that one, normal case, automatically more acidic indicates some infection problem or something is there, they say. So directly we can able to identify in the case. Next one, what happened? Our seawater. Seawater. Okay, the seawater normally we don't drink, but we can say the seawater will have the pH of 7.8. pH of seawater is 7.8, and also egg white. The egg white also almost have the 7 point. And you can see our pure water. So what is this pure water? Normally in our houses we are using drinking water. Many persons are using purified waters depending on the machine or depending etc. So the pH will be varying. But the pure water we use in our laboratories. Okay, that we call as deionized water, we say. The deionized water will be, it is neutral in nature. It will be neither acid, it will be neither base. That's why I say na, if it is having 7, it is pure neutral in nature. Okay, next one. If you have the one more good example, gastric juice. Gastric juice even. What is this gastric juice? The juice mainly which is present in our stomach, which helps for our digestion. What is this gastric juice? Hydrochloric acid. Okay, gastric juice is a hydrochloric acid. Its pH will be 1.2. See, it is 1 point. 1 point here means already said na, how much less is the pH value, that much stronger is the one. So that's why in our stomach sometimes if you have feeling any burning sensations, anything means indicate the acid is present. Acid has nature of the what happened? Corrosive nature. Okay, burning sensation if you try to. That's why the autopan they will give the advertisement also. Eno advertisement gives reduce acidity they will give. So the gastric juice is 1.2 we say. Next one we can have the some other what happened? Lemon juice. Lemon juice. Lemon juice has a pH of 2.2. Nothing but lemon juice it has a pH of 2.2. Normally our soft drinks. Soft drink means your what happened? Sprite, Thumbs Up, Coca. This all we can call as a normally Sprite. They will also have the pH of 2.5. Means what happened? 2.2 means indicates what? They are acidic in nature only. Okay. Next one, vinegar. We have the vinegar. What is that vinegar? Vinegar is a diluted acetic acid. Diluted acetic acid. It will have the pH of 3.0. Okay, 3 means it is also acid only. Okay, acetic acid. Next one we have coffee. If we take a few example of coffee, if we take coffee will have the example of 4.8. Next, tomato juice. Okay, the tomato juice it will have the pH of 4.2. The tomato juice we are having this 4.2. And one more good example, say milk. Everyone is drinking milk now. So what is a milk is acid or base or means? Anyone can say, is it acid or base or neutral means? Milk is a acid because milk contains the acid is called lactic acid. Lactic acid, but it is a weak acid. 6.8 means here you see it is having the 6 border. So that's why it is having the borderline. It is a weak acid is there. And apart from that one, I can also write some other examples here. Baking soda. The baking soda in our kitchen we are having the base we are using is a baking soda. So the baking soda it has a pH of 8.2. 8 point is there. Next one, washing soda. Washing soda it has a value of 12 point. Okay, it has a value of 12.8. And we can have NaOH. NaOH it has a value of 13.5 and 13.5. So you can see different samples. Some are having 7.65. So based on this pH scale, automatically we can say whether it is acid or base. If it is acid, strong acid or weak acid. Always get into your mind. Lesser is a pH value, less than 7. How much less it is there, that much strong the acid is. And if it is greater than 7, it is base. how much more greater is there, that much strong is the base. So like this, you can note down the examples, because in your book also, what happened, a sheet is there in the book to note down the values. So you can, a few of them will be, you can note down and it will be helpful. And in the next session, we will discuss regarding what is the importance of the pH in our daily life. It's not only for the acids and bases, or do we have any importance of pH in our daily life, okay, in our surroundings. That we'll discuss in our next session. Copy the notes, children, and read the topics and be safe. Okay.